You know what? First of all, Jaxson Dart, I wrote about Jaxson Dart, and people are commenting on social media saying they can't take him at three. They're not taking him at three. They're not taking Jaxson Dart at three. The last time I checked, there's a lot of rounds in this draft. You can take him in the second round. You can take him, you can trade up into the first round and get him if you really love him. They're not taking him at three. They're not doing it. But they need to get a quarterback in this draft. If the first two guys are gone, I don't think you want to trade up from 3 to 2 to get one of them, because the team that's up there probably wants him. So look, there's a lot of moving parts. They don't have the first pick. I think Dart is more of an NFL ready guy right now. I don't know if he's 100% NFL ready, but Jalen Milroe's not. If you draft him and you play him, it's a disservice to him and to your organization. He may be a guy now. He may be a guy you can play as a rookie in a package. Okay, you can put him in at the 5-yard line, and he may just run it into the end zone for you. And if you stack the box against him, he may be able to just throw one, over the line to the tight end. But he's not ready to play in the NFL right now, and so you have to look at him that way.
Yeah, when you and people, I tell people all the time, like if Jaxson Dart comes out of there, and one of his biggest knocks or one of his biggest things of red ink is, okay, he struggled with taking the snap under center. That's not something that's going to make him fall drastically down in the rankings, because, he's going to identify what he needs to work on coming out of here, and he's going to be taking snaps under center when he goes and he works out with his QB coaches and all leading up into rookie camp. At rookie camp, and as he gets to training camp, they're going to be having him taking snaps under center 24/7. So it's not like before he gets into a preseason game, it's like, oh, this guy hasn't taken a snap under center before. My only thing is, Paul, when it comes to this evaluation process with him, I love the fact that he's an Ole Miss guy. I love the fact that the great relationship with the Manning family, and, Eli has said that he's willing to lend his expertise to the Giants when it comes to the quarterback evaluation. I just don't want the Giants to make that mistake again in terms of a quarterback with all these heavy Manning connections. It's like Daniel Jones 2.0 all over again, and I think
it's not. He's not. He's nothing like he's nothing like Daniel Jones as a player. And look, don't forget, this is Joe Shane didn't draft a quarterback. That was the previous regime that did that. You know what I mean? That drafted Daniel Jones. This is not Joe Shane. Look, and look, I wrote it last week. Eli said yes. They asked me to help, but that's not. He's not. If they ask him, watch some tape here for Eli. Look, that's not Eli's job. Eli's everything else is Eli's job, because he has more jobs than any 10 people we know, right? But his job is not, it's funny. He was asked last week, we asked him, do you ever think you're going into coaching? He said, no. Eli, what was the thing about Eli Manning, right? First one in the building, last one out of the building, right? I said that to Eli, and I said, Eli, I know the only problem with that is you were the first player in the building, and when you got there, all the coaches were there, and you were the last one out of the building, and when you left, all the coaches were still there. He said, yeah, those guys work hard. Eli doesn't need it. He's got all the money. He doesn't need to coach. Yeah. He doesn't, people say, oh, he should be the quarterback's coach. No, Eli's doing the Manning cast. Eli's pitching this and that. Eli's going to be down at the Super Bowl, with corporate sponsors. Eli is a brand ambassador with the Giants, right? And does stuff with the Giants. Coaching is heavy lifting. Your father's a coach, right? Yeah. There's this much glamour, right? And there's this much everything else. That's not Eli Manning. So so he's not making the decision. He's not making the decision. Yeah. Archie Manning's not making the decision. Joe Shane and Daboll are making the decision.